ahead and pull it out.
Okay, if I can get this thing. There we go. Like about there. See some paint I gotta touch up. How the heck did that paint get messed up like that? I'll have to find some brown paint. I think it's over. Yeah. Alright guys, I'm live. I don't know if anybody's here yet. It's okay if you're not. Gonna work on Dogtown a little bit this evening, answer some questions, talk about an upcoming toy show. Always exciting, fun stuff, right? Hopefully you guys got a bunch of questions. I'm kind of exhausted, so I didn't want to get too terribly involved today. So I'm actually going to detail out this tree row here, which means I'm going to have to pull some trees, and then I'm going to put down some ground cover and some sagebrush is what it's called on Scenic Express. So I got some of that. And then we're just going to see if we can kind of make this look woolly and overgrown. So what I want here is, oh, it's got two people on. Nobody's chatting. That's odd. Makes me wonder if it's our internet or something. It makes me wonder if I'm on Wi-Fi. Yep, I am. Okay. Got it. Hey, there we go. How's it going? Thank you. So I want this to be kind of a grown-up, like, what do you call that? A riparian area where it's sort of overgrown and so that wildlife can kind of be in there. And so that's my plan. Hey, Kyle. So anyway, that's what I'm shooting for. On this, obviously the stream is not done. I did pour that first coat. I was just kind of experimenting with it. I like it so far. It looks really good if you're down low looking upstream, but it was just kind of me playing around, getting a feel for the material. So anyway, that's my plan for tonight, is to kind of work on this and probably answer a bunch of questions, I hope. So, and anything, no question is silly. So guys, ask away anything you have questions about. I'm always happy to answer. So, hello, Farmer Derek. Hey, what's up, Scale World? Hey, Chris, how are you tonight? John, how's it going? Anybody make it over to the Farm Progress show this week or today? I guess what is it? Today, tomorrow?
Tomorrow. I have a kid taken off for tomorrow.
Oh well, today it's like today. It might have been Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Yeah, I can't remember. Seems like they're Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday usually. Who do you think would make Kubota equipment first? Oh my gosh, Kyle. Great question. We need some Kubota equipment though, right? I would love to see SpecCast do it because it'll just be a little bit better. I think that would be fantastic. I'm really surprised no one's done too much of it yet. There are a few odd scale Kubotas out there. Like, I don't think there's anything true 64 scale, though, off the top of my head that I know of. But yeah, that would be awesome. John is at the Farm Progress show all 3 days. Nice. Gosh, we used to go every other year when I was at Decatur, but I've just gotten so busy. I would love to go over. I'm going to go in 2 years, though. I'm just going to. It's just all there is to it. And then we'll hit the half century as well in 2 years, because I haven't been to the half century in almost 10 years, I think. 8 years maybe. So too long, that's for sure. Have no room to display. Hey, that's all right. Do I want to do your college statistics class homework? No thanks. No thanks. Ooh, college statistics was a long time ago for me. Where would I have taken that? Probably sophomore. Yeah, so probably about 20 years ago. So I'm sure I remember exactly none of it. Do you have any Auto World trucks? I do, actually. Working on customizing a few. I think those Auto World trucks are nice, especially the new Chevys that they've got out. I think they're great. I think this Tundra is an Auto World, isn't it? Or is that a green light?
It's so hard to tell on some of them.
It is really hard to tell, and especially when you don't have glasses and you can't read the underside. So, you know what? This is not an Auto World. This is just a green light. I can tell by the undercarriage. Big Bud for life. Yeah, that thing's awesome. Hanging out with Monster Max too. Nice. 'Cause, 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 'cause What's up, Bean Burrito? How are you doing? Working on a display. I like to hear that. That's awesome. That's good news. I always love it when somebody's got some display stuff going on. Well, hello, John Deere man. How are you tonight? And Kyle did sort of sarcastically ask, "What do I use for dirt on my model farm?" And the answer is dirt. I think I just did a video on that a few weeks ago, so you might check that out. I did more of a comprehensive video. And you can do it different than I did, but a lot of people, I don't say a lot of people, some people strain it down even finer. A lot of people use like a stocking to strain it down finer. I like, you can see here, I like some clods around, especially around the edges on the end rows of the fields, because I think that's just more realistic to where we farm, like kind of the gumbo ground. But yeah, if you're in like that great black dirt, some of that central Illinois black dirt or whatever, yeah, you probably just want it silky smooth out there with the dirt. But it's super easy to do. Working on 2 corn and a wheat field. Very cool. Working on a farm toy display for school. Do you have any tips? First and foremost, have fun. That's the big thing. Try to get, if you can, just try to nail down those little details. And if you have to, go outside to, go out into a real farm or take a drive through the country if you're in town or not a farmer. Just look at the electric boxes on the side of a building, or have telephone poles and use some thread to run the wire down the telephone poles down the side of the road. Stuff like that really sets off a display. And a lot of guys miss that. It's like I've seen some really incredible displays, and then they just don't kind of get that one last step to really put it over the top. And I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but if you can do that, I think you really set yourself apart. Here's a good question. What's your opinion on 3D printing, and where do you see it going? Not necessarily only for models, but more in general. That is a great question, Kyle. So yeah, 3D printing, I think, as we know, is here to stay for sure. I think there were some people that thought maybe it was a fad when it first came out. Like, it's definitely not. It's a mainstay, particularly in this hobby, and it's only going to become more prevalent, I think, in our lives in general. Especially, you hear big companies that are 3D printing parts and things like that on a larger scale now. I think there's even been a house 3D printed, a real house. That's pretty incredible. But for our hobby, certainly it's just going to be more and more. We're going to see more details, kind of more to the extreme. It's going to get better. I think before too long, like within a few years, we'll probably start seeing metal 3D printing at home versus having to hire it out at like Shapeways or someplace like that. And I think that's going to be a big thing for the farm toy world. It's obviously going to be costly, but there are already some guys now that do some printing in brass through Shapeways, and I think Fat Fox and a few other places. But obviously the price is high. But I think we'll see that come down, and we'll see it kind of become more consumer friendly eventually. Kind of like we're seeing things like CNC machines kind of becoming more hobbyist now versus just strictly professional laser cutters, things like that. So yeah, I think 3D printing is only going to continue to become a factor in our lives. And I see a day, not talking farm toys here necessarily, but I see a day where there's going to be a 3D printer in most homes, like there's a regular printer in most homes, and you're going to buy a product online and it's going to 3D print. I feel like, so you'll purchase, say, I don't know, a coffee mug, and instead of them shipping it to you, your printer is going to print that. That's what I think is the future of kind of the world we live in here. That computer died. What? I don't know. Sorry, I lost chat just for a second. I hope only a second. So, or maybe our charge is toast and we just lost chat for a little bit here. Eek. Okay, that complicates things, but we'll persevere. No big deal. Yeah, 100,000 grand for a metal 3D printer is huge. What's up, Landon? Are you going to do a Labor Day stream? Let's not rule it out. So I think possibly we have. Oh yeah, that's weird. We have full battery. Why did that turn off? Odd. Anyway, the First Lady of Farm Toys is helping getting the computer up and going here. So anyway, yeah. So I think doing a stream on Labor Day is certainly doable.
Next Tuesday.
And that was something I was going to ask you guys as well. So I know, it's kind of like the busy season for everybody. And I know a lot of you younger guys are back at school. Heck, a lot of you older guys are back at school right now. And everybody's busy. Would you prefer, now that summer's over, maybe doing like a Sunday night stream again, kind of switching back to Sunday while, through the winter time? Does that work better for everybody? Just throwing it out there because, I like to get your guys' opinion. So, and then we can kind of try to adapt the best we can to that. You love my videos. I sure appreciate that. Where do I get my grass? So, I use static grass pretty much exclusively for my base grass. I get that through a company called Woodland Scenics, or you can use Scenic Express. You can even find it at most hobby stores, especially if they do model train stuff. And you can find it at Hobby Lobby sometimes. So I like that. If you can't use static grass, there's kind of a neat ground cover that works really well. It comes in a shaker bottle. And I don't have any with me, but I have something very close to it. That's railroad ballast.
This is all the greens over here.
Oh, all of my green is over here. Hey, look, there's that other one I was looking at. Okay, hang on one second. I'm digging through some... Oh, here we go. Well, that's static grass. Let's see if you've got this guy right here. Okay. Sorry.
Oh,
Yeah. Here we go. Okay, I'm just gonna do this. So if you can't do static grass, like if you don't have a static grass applicator, that's okay. If you can't go full bore just yet, maybe someday you will. Something like this is great. They come in different shades of green, and it looks pretty nice on a model farm. So that's something to keep in mind as well. All right. Oh, so the First Lady of Farm Toys has reminded me that we're going to have a Labor Day sale on fortheloveoftractors.com this weekend. Just so you know, we'll start that up Friday, I don't know, 5 o'clock or so, and run it through Monday at midnight probably. So, just so you know. Starting school Tuesday, Sunday works. Great. Okay, that's fantastic. Busy season, never heard of it. Oh man, haven't got your printer up and running. Sunday, yeah, okay, cool. Chris seems good on that. Chris, I saw you were trying to get your motivation back. I totally get that, especially this time of year. It can be a little tricky. Okay, that's what you use for grass. Cool, yeah, so, it works very good. So, that ground cover looks nice. And it's what I used until I went to static grass. So, definitely nothing wrong with that, using that ground cover. The yellow tractor. So, that is going to be... Ooh, I'm knocking stuff over behind me. So these are from Taylor Foster, and these are actually tile plows is what they are. These two are going to be on my model farm here and there when we're doing some tiling on the display, and other than that, they're just going to be in my collection. So I've got this one, no cab. Just going to set him off to the side, and then I'm going to grab this guy who is cabbed. And Taylor's company is called Empty Pocket Rebuilds. So you can check him out. Actually, he's in the Toy Farmer this month. I just did an article on him for that. So you can check out that article. It's I think it turned out very nice. So yeah, so those are tiling equipment is what those are. Working on a DMI 730B, but a 3D printed version. And no, I haven't finished the Case 870. I totally get you there, Landon. Totally get you. I know how that works. I've got a million projects going on all at once, too. Yeah, I think, so Matson's are back open again. Now, I think there's some restrictions on what they're selling, because they had a family emergency, in case you guys didn't know. But they are back up and running again. And yeah, they're great people. So yeah, that'd be a great place to get an ag bagger. And in fact, I think that's where I got my ag bagger, now that I think about it. Only $1 million. What's up? Oh my gosh. Haven't seen you on a live chat. I haven't talked to you for a little bit. I think we chatted. I think we chatted a little bit there, Scott. But I don't know, maybe a month or two ago. But how's it going? Yeah, this was really cool. So this was done by my buddy Cowabunga Farms over on Instagram. This old Ford in the weeds here. He did a fantastic job on that thing. It was so cool. Yeah, I hear you, Kyle. Yeah, it's all right. Working on an 8RT, very cool, very cool. I love me some 8RT. Those are some of my favorite tractors. Although I had a guy tell me he's an older guy and he like listens to the chat and the podcast and everything, and he goes, "Have you ever met a tractor you don't like?" And I said, "Well, no, probably not really, if we're honest." But I hear you. I get it. That the burnout can be real. It can be very real for sure. It's hard to push hard. Like, and I know you guys were pushing real hard there for a while. You were knocking out the toys, so I get it. Just got the Massey Hay set. Awesome. Actually, don't have my hands on one of those yet, but I've seen one, and those are really cool. Oh yeah, Malachi. Yeah. So when I got my shot, I kind of had the same thing. Like, got a little bit of a headache, my arm hurt. I was sluggish for a day or so, but then I popped right out of it. Everything's good. Oh, so yeah, so they're a little slow getting their toy farmers. Gotcha. At Tractor Supply. We don't even have a local place around here that carries a toy farmer, which I think is a tragedy. But I wish our farm and home would, but they don't. It would be such a, I don't know, it'd just be cool. I used to know the manager out there, but he retired, and I don't know anybody that works out there anymore. Yeah, so farmhouses are tough in 164 scale, like real tough. Uh, we're trying to remedy that. We're trying to come up with a few 164 scale kits. Um, and I'm hoping like heck that maybe this winter time we will have a few to show. No guarantees though, because our platter is full right now. Um, but yeah, 164 scale houses are tough. Oh, sorry, I had to take a quick drink of water there, guys. I hate the tractors I don't have yet. That makes sense. Yeah. Can you sub to me? I absolutely. I will. 164 scale world. Can you like make a note of that, honey? 164 scale world. I'm I'm gonna sub to him after we get done here. Sub to his channel. You bet. Hey BW, how are you? What do you use for wheat stubble? Well, that's a great question. So there is a um, like a wheat colored, light colored static grass that would work great for that. A lot of guys use a really short, sort of tan or golden colored carpet for wheat. 164 scale world. Yeah. Working on a 60 by 80 shed. Excellent. I I hope Deere makes an 8RT next year. I hope. Yeah, I think 116 scale is more likely on that. Oh, great. I appreciate that, Jobs Workshop. I hope you do like it. Yeah, thank you. Ooh, you are not wrong about that IH 1086. I am like I have several older IH tractors that I've got torn apart and I've got the paint stripped on them. and it's just finding a time to build them because they're for myself. They'll probably be around the display at some point, but it's just getting them done because I'm kind of so busy with everybody else's projects right now. Planning on going to nationals. Okay, so so here's the most controversial opinion of my life. So we're actually going to go to the Dubuque show. So long story short, we kind of do a thing with so I think a lot of you guys know we have dealers that wholesale for us. Josh at the 164 store, Danny Angotti's Farm Toys, guys like that, they wholesale for us. So they will take our parts for detail displays, tractors, kits, things like that, and they will put them on their tables and sell. So both of those guys are going to the national show. And I kind of have a little bit of an agreement, with the exception of their shows, their personal shows. I won't really go and sell if they're going to be there, because I don't think it's fair that they're buying from me, they're giving me business, and then I go and sell as well. So I kind of avoid trying to get in the same shows with those guys. So with that said, they're not going to Dubuque, and I was asked to go to Dubuque, so we're going to go to the Dubuque show. And I'm going to try to kind of make it to National too, just to find time, because obviously the National's the big show, and that's I want to go see the displays. I want to see all that stuff. So I'll be around. We will be selling at the Dubuque show. So it's like, that's super controversial. That's going to make some people not happy with me. But like I said, I'm not going to step on the guys' toes that are wholesaling for me. I'm just not going to do it. They're too nice of guys, for one, and both of those guys, if I need some advice in the hobby, whether it's selling or something like that, both of those guys are always willing to answer the question. They always pick up the phone. So I'm just not going to be that way with them. So anyway, what does this mean about Lafayette? I will be at Lafayette. Yeah, we'll be at Lafayette. Probably what we're going to do at Lafayette is we'll see what Josh has got of ours, and we probably just won't put that out. But we'll definitely be there with all of our customs. And
plus, all of our stuff's painted. Well, we have painted, and Josh doesn't have.
Yes, that's a great point. We're also doing painted toolboxes and things like that now. And Josh is not going to sell our painted line. He's just going to continue to sell the unpainted line. So
you make it sound like this big thing.
So we'll be at Lafayette for sure. Do you think Dogtown needs an old Massey Ferguson tractor? Maybe. I've got there now. When we kind of get this all wrapped up, there's going to be some classic tractors in a shed, and I probably showed this last week. One of them will be this '97, but obviously it's not in a weed or in the weeds or anything like that. It's it's kind of show ready. But
extra products, Kyle. You have a list from me, bud.
Oh my! We do, Kyle, for sure. He's talking about printing.
Oh, printing.
Yeah.
Well, that's no fun.
Yeah. And Kyle, probably. I will get a hold of you for sure, because we will definitely have to. Have I seen Jason from Toy Tractor Times at shows? When was the last show we saw Jason Hassert?
Oh.
Did we see him at Summer Show?
I didn't think so.
Might have been National last year.
I was thinking National.
Might have been National last year, yeah. Yeah, that's a good question. I'll have to think about that for a minute. Do you have the new Ertl Trucks? Not yet. I'm going to get a couple to do a review on for sure. I think they're neat. I do. I think Ertl did a nice job on those trucks. Obviously there's a few things they could have done, like the auto worlds or like the green lights, but I think Ertl did an okay job on those. The last show is 2020 Nationals. Okay. And he may be avoiding shows too, just because of COVID, and I totally get that. So he just may not be getting out and about on things like that. Now I do think he was at I do believe he was at Half Century this week. I think I saw a picture from him there, but I'm not going to swear to it. I'll shoot him a message when we get done here. We'll see. Yeah, you're right. Chris did film the 2020 21. The 21. We're not in 22 yet, unless we've gone to the future and I missed a year, which is possible. But yeah, you're right. Chris and Matt Cassidy were filming for that, I think. So he was at the Farm Progress show. Okay, yeah. I was gonna say, I know I saw him post, and he may be trying to do. I have no idea. He may be trying to do the real stuff and let Chris and Matt take on the toy stuff. I'm not sure. They Toy Tractor Times and Big Tractor Power, they cover a lot of ground. So for one guy to do that himself, it would have to be daunting. So maybe he's trying to split that up. Want another project? I need it by next year, Lafayette. I can DM you specifics. If you change your mind, kind of want. Yeah, sounds good. Actually, I made a new service bed. Well, it's not done yet, but I've been drawing a new big service bed for like a modern, Case IH John Deere cat dealer. So yeah, I think we can come up with something. Yeah, I guess I haven't had a chance to talk to I guess it was last year in Nationals. Yeah, Nationals is the last time I got to talk to Jason. So, Mr. Jegs, how's it going? I'm gonna start pulling some trees here.
I need to redo that tree anyway. That's one of the originals.
Yeah, it's a little burnt looking, but that's all right. It gives it character. Character, as Matthew Broderick would say in Glory. Character. That's my favorite movie.
Oh, you just aged yourself again.
Like all these guys don't know I'm old. Well, some of these are going to get put back on tonight. Or not. Okay, apparently my wife is redoing all my trees. So we're just pulling trees.
No, just the two that you pulled out. The rest of those are...
Oh, the rest are okay. Okay. In case you guys are wondering what I'm doing here, so I'm pulling the trees and I'm sticking these in to mark where the trees go. That way, one, I don't lose the side of the hole. I don't know why I'm handing you that. I don't know. I don't know.
Just randomly putting them places. Were they supposed to be in a certain order?
No.
Okay.
I'll probably
play
with them. I'll play with the order a little bit as we go here. Depends on which ones you're talking about. So some of them, the toolboxes, came from Kyle. Those are the ones with the diamond plating on them. So Punky Kane's Animations. So you might shoot him a message. And some of them came from Jeremy Richards. So JHR Farms. Yeah. So you can get a hold of him. I pretty much buy toolboxes, by the gross from those guys. So
every time we see him.
Yeah, pretty much every time I get a chance to see him. So yeah, oh, you're welcome. More than happy to help out there. Let's see. Oh, I'm really excited to get this corner because I really hate how bright that is compared to everything else there. Like, I just don't like it. Oh no, I'm out of sticks. Can you give me some more pokey things?
There's like 12 behind you. I'm going back over to the other side, so
I
don't have to.
Okay,
that's
all
how
right.
I've become your assistant, and I'm not sure how that happened.
Oh man, I lost track of where that hole was too.
Well, it's all right. No one can see it on the cameras.
Oh.
No.
Really? Oh.
No, raise your hand. It's delayed.
Oh, I got you. There it is, right there. I do like this big tree right here. I think it stays right there. Pretty sure. This is the plan. All right. Remember when I said I was doing this so I didn't lose track? There it goes. So I didn't lose track. Still lost track. All right. Oh, this for absolutely. Yeah, so like I said, this was done by my friend Cowabunga Farms. You can find him on Instagram. Super guy, super talented. Check this out. He weathered it, he weeded it up. How cool is that thing? So yeah, that's in the weeds. I'm debating on if it's going to stay in this corner here, or if it's going to go over by the barn somewhere. That's been something I've been thinking about lately. Where exactly I want to put that thing.
Yes, our Lafayette room, the Lafayette Lounge for the boys, is still available. Coming up.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you bet. Our room at Lafayette is you guys are more than welcome to hang out.
You need to call your guys something, and we can call it whatever you want to name yourself. Lounge.
That's right. Yeah, we can have my wife whip up a sign for you guys or something.
All right, I'm going over here.
Ah, great question. The American Force rims for a 164 scale Cummings. I don't know. That's an awesome question, though. We could use some of those, right? That'd be cool. Ertl does make a Bobcat. They just did. Haven't got my hands on one in person, but I think like I should in a really quick. And of course, I will do a video as soon as I do.
Oh, the boys are jumping on Discord. It's serious. I want this name by the end of the episode.
I think it's out anytime, Kyle. I haven't seen one in person yet, but I think anytime we're expecting those. December. Oh, well, okay, I was wrong. Okay, so we got a while. Oh, you know what? I'm mixing that up. Never mind. I'm mixing up the Bobcat with the Farm Toy Show tractors. Like so I heard there was a really small shipment of the Farm Show tractors, the Farm Progress Show tractors that hit this week, which hopefully at the Farm Show. But I guess there's going to be more later, is my understanding. So everything's been kind of messed up with shipping and everything lately. I'm sure you guys know. It's been pretty much a nightmare, but all right. Now, so what I kind of wish I would have done is used a longer static grass here. Obviously, we have the shorter grass down, and I have this pull-apart static grass that I've got in places, but we got to figure out something. And we're going to still use a lot of pull-apart static grass here. But I want to try a couple other things first. Oh, they had the X9 on tracks there. Nice. I, too, hope the steering wheel is not a solid disc. Yeah, that just annoys me. But you guys definitely know that by now. They didn't have the Case IH tractors this year? Holy cow. That's awful. Oh. And you guys know that's kind of, I don't know. Is it my favorite? It's probably my favorite, but... I actually got that Massey Ferguson from Dale Matson at a toy show many years ago. It's been a while now. But that's where it came from. I'm just trying stuff here. We'll see once we... I wonder if I went down... Oh, you know what? I still got to patch up that brown spot that didn't work out too good right there. That concerns me that I've got a couple white patches where it should be brown. I wonder why that happened. Oh, Malachi may know how to make a standing hayfield. I'm interested. Yeah, I agree that 1206 for the museum, that's a neat tractor. I like a 1206 kind of no matter what. I think in general, I'm a big fan of the 1206, and I've said before, or I think Ertl needs to. They're popular enough. I think Ertl needs to release some more. Now, obviously, we're getting that one, so that's a great. But you know, every 1206 Ertl's ever released, in any scale, for the most part, has gone up in price exponentially. So clearly, there's a demand for the 1206. So I don't know why they kind of keep holding back on those. As far as it seems like they always limited run those. It's weird, but if Ertl has a steering wheel on the skid steer, yeah, well, I wouldn't put it past them. Can we just be honest here? But have you built a hay diorama? Not yet. Definitely something I want to tackle. I'd actually thought about doing a hay component to this display. But it just didn't work out quite the way I'd hoped it to, so I haven't yet. Get as many of the X9s on tracks as possible. They sell them like hotcakes. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Yeah. That I knew those would be hot. I actually just went and bought out a local dealer's remaining X9 1100s with duals um, last Saturday because we've gone through a few cases of those already. So yeah, the X9 the tracks are going to be ridiculous. I'm sure. I don't know. Maybe I need to get a hold of Brian Morey and see if he would have any that I could grab from him. I don't know when the next show I'm going to see those guys at are. Probably maybe Bloomington. No, probably National. Right? Well, maybe Bloomington. I would love to see a 64 scale Kubota loader. That'd be fantastic. I'm not even like a big Kubota tractor guy, but they're such a big brand. It just sort of stuns me that we don't have any 164 scale Kubota tractors, or even 116 scale for that matter. And I just don't know. I just don't know what that's all about. I'm trying to see, like, I'm kind of playing with some. I don't know. Do I want that all the way down? It kind of looks cool down in the water like that. I don't know. Maybe. I'm a little this sagebrush. I don't know that I'm 100% sold on it just yet. I like it for my hillside, but I'm not sure where else I'm gonna get a lot of use out of it yet. But I'm thinking this stream could have potential. Now, of course, I'm just temporarily putting it here for now because I've got to put more water in the stream and all that fun stuff. But we'll get there. So I need to kind of use a, I don't know. Let's see. Let's not go too close. Let's make a gap there. Like I like this area. I like to look like it's got a little bit of a wash going on there. What thickness for styrofoam? Yeah, 2-inch is usually what I use. You bet. Yeah, there's a ton of untapped Kubota potential. Like somebody's seriously missing out on an opportunity. Gosh, maybe we need to get a hold of Kubota. Put up a couple, 100 grand or so if anybody wants to donate, because I'm probably, 99 grand short. But we could get some tooling going. Drop some Kubota tractors on the farm toy world. Be cool. Just had to sub. Appreciate that. Hello, Xavier. How are you? So there was a Kubota, but I don't know that it was true 64th. Like, I think it was something a little odd. And I got it because after my dad retired the first time, he started working as a parts guy for a Kubota New Holland dealer. And so one year he got to go to some big Kubota meeting, and I got to tag along with him, which was super cool. And we got free toy tractors from Kubota, but they were not quite 64 scale. They were a little bit bigger, I think. But I could be wrong on that. It's still at his house, I guarantee it, so I guess I could go look that up, do a video on it. Yes, agree 100%, BW. Agree 100%. I probably will try to make my own personal one articulate somehow. We'll see how that works, but 43rd maybe? Yeah, okay. All right. Boy, this package is... There we go. Wasn't that nifty? I've never seen... There we go. Ooh. That's bright. Ooh, that's super bright. So I just opened up this new static grass. It's really green. Really, really green. That's... Not sure I like that so much. We'll see, though. Kubota makes M8 tractors that can pull a grain cart. Yeah. I saw a guy, I don't know, not too far from here doing that last year, actually. This is a small grain cart, but it still worked. Oh, fantastic, Farm Boy Plays. Yeah, cool. Have fun building, man. Thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. Ertl needs some case tillage. Yep, they do. Yeah, you're right about that, Malachi. If Ertl made it, we would definitely see more. We would definitely see a better variety. So I don't disagree. Yeah, I mean, I'm fine. Whoever wants to make it is cool with me. You know me. I just want to see us get more tractors. So I think once this whole pandemic business is finally past us, whenever that is, I think we'll see some newer, more interesting stuff coming. I think the pandemic really halted a lot of stuff. Ooh, I don't like that at all. I don't know. That's weird looking. Like it's pulled apart static grass, but it's not very static grassy. Well, it's only 2 millimeters, so I guess that's my issue there. Versus the 6 millimeter here with the others, so let's just do a little playing around here. Peterson Brothers uses a Kubota to pull a grain car. Okay, cool. All right, appreciate it there, Mr. Jags. Have a great one. Hope you have a good night. So let's try this stuff. Yeah, it's just, this is super bright. I was kind of hoping for something more along this tone, is what I was shooting for, because this is going to be very bright up under those trees. And I kind of want it to be more dark and not as defined up under the trees, is what I'm shooting for. So yeah, I don't know. I know for sure this guy ain't it. Did I run out? I bet I did run out of that other. Huh. Yeah, okay. Well. So yeah, the TW35. So kind of an interesting. No, I don't have that tractor, and I don't know why I don't have that tractor. I wanted to do a review on it, and I just want one for my collection. And for some reason, I just have not pulled the trigger on one yet. So I'm probably going to try to pick one up. We go to the Quincy, Illinois FFA show, which is at Quincy High at their gym, the week after Labor Day. And so that's a Saturday, Sunday show. So we'll be set up there, and hopefully somebody will have one of those TWs at that show that I can grab from them. But yeah, I think they're neat. I like the way they look anyway. So like maybe this would look, I'm going to do one of these days real soon, whenever I get a little extra free time. I'm going to do a video on making your own grass tufts. Tufts? That's hard to say. And these could make good little patches like that, but then I kind of feel like the tufts I'm going to make will make good patches like that too. So I'm almost debating on if I just need to, I don't know, yank out some static grass and go with the 12 millimeter static grass here under this area to make it more wild and woolly versus what I've kind of got going on now. I really thought this pull apart stuff was going to work because it works excellent in other places, but it's just, I don't know, I just got the wrong color, I think. So that's kind of weird. I don't know how I managed to do that. This is the other color. All right. Now I'm just looking through some stuff real quick, guys. Don't mind me. Give me a second and I'll come back to making stuff or putting stuff down or figuring stuff out. Oh, what's up, Courtney? How are you today? Oh, gosh, I have a lot of this certain static grass. I need to. Oh, there's a lot of that. Okay. Now, one thing I definitely can do here is I can put down a little ground cover in a couple spots. So you guys might have remembered me doing that the other day on the live. And there's a couple ways we do that. First being we grind up some leaves, which I actually have a pretty nice ground up batch right here. So I just work them with a tongue depressor, and it just grinds them up. Gonna be setting up at a local farm toy show in March. Got any tips? Also, do you come out to the East Coast? I don't. I wish I could. It's just so far for us to get out there on the East Coast, and we usually have limited time off, unfortunately. Need to head to bed. All right, Landon, have a great one, man. Appreciate you stopping by. So tips for farm toy shows. So first and foremost, just be friendly to everybody. People that come up to your table or your room or whatever it is, just talk to them. Just like, hey, how's it going? Great day for a toy show, whatever. You'll get people talking. If they have like, a Massey Ferguson shirt on, might like, hey, I like the Massey shirt. What's your favorite tractor? Whatever. And that'll get people in. My also other advice is if a lot of people don't, aren't into what you got or whatever, don't get discouraged because your first time at a show can be rough. And so, just don't worry about it. Have fun. That's the big thing. Just have a great time. Try to get there early and be set up so you're not rushing around right as people are coming in. I think that's a big one. And, make friends with the dealers and all that stuff there. Kind of everybody else involved. You'll have a great time. I did not make it to any of the farm shows, unfortunately. Really kicking myself in the butt right now, but yeah, I didn't. It stinks. But yeah, I knew those were going to be popular tractors. I should have probably grabbed some, but or tried to get a hold of some, but eh. Highly recommend setting up at a show. I agree. I highly recommend it. It's such a fun way to spend a day with farm toy guys. You're just going to meet people. It's going to be fun. You're going to love it. I mean, if you're into toys, I'm pretty sure you'll love it. So, I'm going to take just a little bit of my ground up leaves. These are real leaves, by the way, that are just, picked them up in the fall of the year and ground them up, and just gonna spread those kind of in a few places here and there where we may have a little bit of brownage under some of the trees, kind of around the trees, things like that. I was listening to a model railroad guy, and I mean he's great. I can't think of his name off the top of my head, but I enjoy listening to him. But he said he doesn't put any of his brown ground clutter under trees because he says you don't really see it there. And I'm like, wait, that's where I always see it. I don't know. That was weird to me. But, everybody has their own thing and their own technique and their own way of doing it. And that's kind of what's awesome about this thing. This hobby that we like so much. Is you can do it any way you want and have a ball doing it. Does SpecCast even make John Deere? Just planters. They used to make a couple 16th scale, but yeah, I think Ertl's super stingy with their John Deere license now. I think now that SpecCast is kind of a threat, if you will. But no, how awesome would it be if they did though? That'd be super cool. I'd love to see SpecCast get like a Case IH license or one of the something like that, a big license. And kind of stick it to Ertl a little bit. What do you think the market is for model junker tractors like to put in? I don't know. So with display guys, there's definitely some guys that want some of those. I mean, I was just showing one earlier that I got from a buddy. I don't know that there's a huge market for it, but there's definitely a niche market for it, if that makes any sense. So if that's something you enjoy doing, give it a try. I wouldn't go, hog wild and make 1,000 of them, but no harm in doing up a few and seeing what that gets you, where you end up with it. That's my opinion. So in case you're wondering, like if I have if I have an actual plan here, I don't. I'm just trying stuff to see what I like, and if I don't like it, I'll take it off. If I do like it, we'll leave it. I really like this color pull-apart static grass. And that's what I've used mostly around the display. It's got a richer tone to it. It looks more realistic to me. It doesn't have this brightness to it. Oh, absolutely. If you got some stuff cheap on eBay, give it a try. You got nothing to lose. Just have fun. That's how I actually kind of how I started customizing toys for I don't know, for real, I guess, not just a hobby. I actually got an old 50-20 1/16 scale, and I stripped it down and repainted it, and I stuck some new tires on it. I just did it for me, and then some guy was like, "Hey, would you sell that?" And I was probably like 14 at the time, and so I did, and well, here we are. But I got that 50-20 super cheap. Yeah, SpecCast is all about that Kinsey license, which is a good thing. Not complaining. I like to see it. SpecCast, I mean, SpecCast does an awesome job. I'm glad they're there. Imagine a world where we only had Ertl. And it's not that Ertl's bad. Obviously, Ertl's great. We get awesome toys from Ertl. But they just wouldn't have any competition. And I think that's bad. I think SpecCast has pushed Ertl forward just a little bit. I think they've given them a nudge that they needed. I'm gonna just really kind of like lightly try this. I don't know. It's just so it looks sort of scraggly under here, but not like full on. And I think, I don't know, it kind of made me think that they're gonna mow that roadside. So I don't think that, but I think over here is where we'll have the really full on overgrown. Well, decals, there are places. Bosun Implement sells decals. I think Dakota Toys might have a few decals. So that's kind of your limited. I've tried to make my own. I have not had a whole lot of success with that. Maybe someday I'll get it right, but yeah, for sure, Chris. I agree. They've definitely pushed it with their higher detail toys, so it's a good thing. Competition is scary if you're a little guy trying to make it in the world, but if you got two big guys duking it out, I think it's a good thing. Because I think when you get to be big at something, making toys, making cars, making houses, whatever. I think when you get really big, you can get complacent and quit innovating and quit pushing the envelope a little bit. And so I think it's great to have somebody push you along a little bit. I can imagine, yeah, that's pretty hot. Greenlight has come in real hot on the automotive side, like incredible. Yeah, they're killing it basically. Their farm toy series is nice. They're down on the farm series, but a lot of that stuff is not licensed. And I have some mixed feelings on that. I'm glad to see them. They make for kind of neat customs or just nice toys for young kids to get pick up for $5 at a show. But I think if they want to be serious into the farm toy world, they've got to do some licensing. And maybe that's just not going to be their thing either. I mean, spring started yesterday. Oh, yeah, we're headed the opposite direction, unfortunately. Got an 836 on auction on eBay for $10. Sweet deal. That's awesome. Yeah, when eBay was first out, you have no idea. You could get anything. It was awesome. Are you going to the Farm Progress show? Unfortunately, I am not. No.
Oh, Max is not in school tomorrow. Let's see. That's my student.
Oh, what's up, Max? Yeah, okay. Yeah. So you get it. So you guys get to go to the Farm Progress show then, huh? That's awesome. Yeah, no, I wish I could. Actually, my dad is having surgery tomorrow, so I'm taking him to Springfield to the doctor at like 8 in the morning. So I'll be there all day. I'll be close to the Farm Progress show, like a half hour away. Yeah, you missed all the good stuff, Jay. I was just giving away four-wheel drives left and right, scratch belts, stuff. It was just, I went crazy there for a while. That is a good thing about summer, right? Tractor starts up really well. I don't know. I'm almost worried I'm getting a little too much put out here on this fluff. I don't know, because once we get the trees in there, maybe not. I don't know, we might throw a tree or two back up just to see what it looks like. Let's see. Let's get. That's my big. No, that's not my big one. That's my corner tree. So he could go here. Something like that. Might have went in a little too far. So I got him here for a reason. So he's kind of leaning out over the creek. I don't know. I just thought it was kind of neat. I don't know. It's like, just thought it was different. Something fun. Here's another tree. Yeah, that's this guy. I'm trying to remember. Took the pin out too early. There he goes. I knew he was close to the field. But I kind of, there he goes. He leans in a little bit towards the, kind of towards the creek, but towards the center of, you know, the tree row or whatever you want to call it. Hedgerow, fence row, etc., etc. Now I've got static grass stuck to a tree. Okay, smaller guy. Let's not put him on yet. Here we go. This guy. He goes up in here. And then those two, my wife is going to redo. So we won't mess with those. I feel like here's another one that might be on the redo list. It's a little burnt. Looks like somebody got it with some spray, some 2,4-D or something, crossbow. I do have your address, Jay. I have a bridge drawn to cross the creek. How about that? Don't have it fabricated just yet. So I'm going to use actual wood for the decking. So, you know, I want real wood decking. I kind of have like a stone footings on each side of the creek that I want to use. And then I'll probably use like a steel I-beam type thing for the sides. I'm not sure yet. Oh, I wish I was going to the Rock River Thresher thing this weekend. Oh, that'd be so cool. No, that's all good, Jay. Yeah, ask away. Ask everybody. Yeah, that's great. I mean, we're here to promote this hobby. So yeah, so there's this really great thresher get together in Rock River this weekend. Labor Day weekend's a perfect weekend for that. Nice 3-day weekend. But yeah, I wish we could go. So if anybody wants to go check that out, go. Hey, what's up, Jeff? Gosh, Jeff, you're getting 2 mentions in the Toy Farmer because my November article. Yeah, did I just write I just submitted the November article, I think. Maybe it's the December. I don't know. Whatever month I just submitted, I did all Alice Chalmers, and so the big 8550 you built for me is in that. So, thanks, Country Boy. Appreciate that. Thank you for watching. Yes, I agree. The bridge needs to be narrow. I kind of want it so that a tractor, let's say like a 8640 with triples, John Deere, like barely fits down, or like one of our big combines barely fits down. Like I want it to be very tight. Hey, Everett, how are you doing? I don't know. What do you guys think of this mess over here? Like, I feel like I need a little more brush up. Need something up in here. That's like a limb that's down. So I kind of feel like, obviously, that tree's goes up in the corner there. I don't know. I'm kind of okay with this. Like I said, we've kind of got the hill sloughing off here a little bit. Um, I think from this angle, I like the look of the underbrush. But I think maybe this angle, if I can get it, there we go. I think this angle, I need to work on it more. I need to kind of like figure out what I'm going to go in here so that it doesn't look so well groomed necessarily. Doing good, Everett. It's been a long week. I'll be honest, but chatting with you guys always kind of cheers me up. So it's good now. All good. I have no idea, Derek. I don't know how long their holdup is on that, but I know they love getting those pictures. So please do. Um, they love seeing those. I love seeing those. It's so much fun to open the magazine and see the drawings that everybody sent in. So yeah, absolutely send those in. And like I said, I don't know. I know it'd be at least a 2 month backup because when we write, we have to basically write for 2 months ahead, um, so that there's time for them to edit and get the layout the way they want it, and then get the magazine to print. So I know there'd be a little bit of a layover there. Oh man, backpack full of homework already. Oh, well, good luck. All right, guys. Any more farm tour related questions? Because I'm gonna have to wrap it up here too pretty quick. Because like I said, I got to get up early in the morning. I've got to drive my dad to the doctor. So if you got any questions though, I'd really be more than happy to answer them. Blade or no blade? We're blading. Yeah, that thing's getting a blade, Jay. And it's Jay's blade, by the way. If you saw my Instagram post, blade, or actually I still have the blade here. It's not mounted yet, but we're doing it. Uh, Jay sells these blades, Dirtworks Customs, and man, are they awesome! And man, do they fit my case 9190 perfectly. So, uh, yeah. So it's getting a blade. I mean, everybody would love your layout article for sure, Chris. Everybody would love to see that. Oh, it did look killer, Jay. It was freaking awesome. It was kind of funny. So I was building that tractor. So I basically the thing is I built one of those Case 9190s for myself, and then I had people asking, well, it's a pretty intensive build to sort of cut that front end off, put the Cummins in, cut the cab off, put the new cab on, detail it, etc., etc. Like it takes some time, as you guys can imagine. So I said, okay, here's the deal. If there's enough interest out there, I'll build 5 of these. I'm not going to build any more than that. Um, one of them is mine. I'll sell the other 4 at auction. And so I've already sold one at auction. And then a really good friend of mine is interested in one. So he's probably just going to get one. I mean, he's, a good buddy of mine, buys a lot of stuff, all that sort of thing. I know he's not going to just turn around and flip it at auction. I know it's going to stay in his collection. It's something he's going to, really like and enjoy. So I don't mind necessarily on that. And, he doesn't squabble when I shoot out the ridiculous price on it. So anyway, so this would technically be number 3 in that series if this one gets sold. And I say that if this one gets sold because I had your blade sitting there and I'm like, let's just see what that looks like. And it turns out it looks really awesome. So that may go on the shelf instead of getting sold. So yeah, so now I'm also curious what other tractors I can put that blade on. Um, like how cool would this look on a big cat 4-wheel drive? I don't know. That's kind of my next thinking. Like maybe I need to customize a cat 4-wheel drive and put one of those on. I think it would look awesome. 7R with narrow duals on the back. Yeah, I bet those monster truck tires were huge. That is also the first, I'll just pull it out. This is also the first 9190 I've done with an axle dual versus a planetary dual. And, the real one, is based off a Steiger Tiger, so you're probably talking a planetary type dual. But I thought the axle dual looked so awesome on there, I just wanted to do it. So I did. And those are my own rims that I've made to fit those mini toy truck and tractor 38-inch tires. And I really hadn't had a use for those yet. I'd planned to use them on a John Deere 8000 series four-wheel drive, and I just haven't got around to it yet. And they just look killer on that. So how much would one of those tractors cost? Like $250 is about where we're at on those. On the 9190. That seems to be the going rate on my 9190s. So. Oh, traded a 7R for the 132nd case. Nice. Yeah, that engine. Yeah. I mean, it's based off the real thing. And I kind of want to go a little farther with it. I actually separated the turbo and the manifold from it, and I want to try to test print that and just see how that looks. Because then I could kind of make the manifold, kind of a tannish brown color, just to make it pop a little bit more from the other side. But I haven't got that far yet. We'll see. Because your wallet's empty. I think on those 9190s, I don't know that there's discounts because, one, those Tigers are hard to get now, and I buy one every time I find one that I use to convert those. And two, there's a pretty big demand for those. And like I said, I'm only gonna sell 5 to the public or 4 to the public. That doesn't mean I won't build more for myself, but. All right, Jay, we can chat a little bit. Yeah, if you need something like that, we can work something out for sure. I've got that engine, and then I just did another Cummins for Jeremy. That he's scaling up to 16 scale, and of course I also have in 64 scale that I'm going to use. And then I just did a John Deere V8, and I think Jeremy's wanting one of those, or I think he's gonna end up with the file probably. And he can do all the 16th he wants, and then I'll do the 64th. And then, what else did I just do? I just did another John Deere engine. Because I guess I've been in an engine mood lately for some reason. And, it's probably silly, because you can probably count on one hand how many guys are going to actually cut out the front end of those tractors and repower them. But still. Fix them up for good profit. That's awesome, man. That's what it's all about. Getting that stuff fixed up. I'm glad to hear it. I love it when somebody's taking something that's kind of broken and run down and fixing it up in the toy world. That's awesome. Good to hear. All right, guys. Well, I need to get going. I need to hit the hay. But thank you guys so much for coming and chatting with me again. So much fun. Love it. Appreciate it. So we kind of talked earlier that maybe Sunday evening works better for a lot of you guys. Now that winter's here, or now that fall and winter are coming. So maybe we can do these on Sunday evenings, and maybe we'll still throw in a Wednesday, Tuesday thing every once in a while. Who knows? So, we can get you a Cummins motor super cheap, buddy. Yeah, just shoot me a message. We'll get you. Yeah, those motors are not expensive at all. We just print those here, and they work great. So, but yeah. So anyway, thanks, guys. Really appreciate it. You are the best. Hopefully. Oh, thank you. I appreciate the well wishes for my dad tomorrow. He'll do great. He's a tough guy. He'll do awesome. But yeah, I sure appreciate that. You can never have enough well wishes and prayers. That's for sure. So anyway, yeah, and hopefully. I can kind of get back to making actual videos here real soon. I've got some ideas. I've got some reviews to do. The new podcast is not going to make it this week like I originally hoped, but hopefully next week, because I'll probably be sitting in the hospital editing it tomorrow with my dad while waiting for him to get better, get out. So that'll be great. 196 variations of the Alice showers. Hey, I tell you what, you got a heck of a YouTube channel there, Jeff. If you want to do that, just sit down there and nerd out. People would love that. That'd be fantastic. So, anyway, guys, thank you guys. Really appreciate it. You're the best. Couldn't do this without y'all. And hope you all have an awesome night. And happy tractor hunting.